And good evening to you, Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley, live on this Tuesday afternoon. And we're tracking improving weather, warmer weather, maybe not here just yet, but it will be with us going into tomorrow. And honestly, it is going to last for a long time. Let's get right to it. I'm going to show you right now the view over Winston-Salem. What's significant to me is that we're seeing some clearing. It took most of the day for us to get any sort of clear sky, but we finally did it right there toward the end of the day, and we're starting to see some of that clearing over the western part of the Piedmont. Now, not everybody has a clear sky right now, but this is a pretty nice view. Notice the time. This is about 6:30 in the evening here. As we go into this weekend, of course, things are switching. We're shifting that daylight by 1 hour. I say shifting because you cannot create or destroy daylight. You can only move it around, can't you? But just something to kind of keep in mind that once we get into this weekend and we make those changes, this is what it will look like. So lately we've been doing sunset right about 6:15 or so. That's still the case for Saturday, but by Sunday, things will be switching by about 1 hour. Sunrise, well, that gets pushed back all the way to around 7:30 in the morning. Sunset, that's closer to 7:20 in the evening. So pretty impressive that we're going to see those 7 o'clock sunsets sliding back in. Hey, before we go any further, I want to give a shout out. These are some kiddos down in Burlington. This is at Smith Elementary School earlier today. The second grade crew out that way asking lots of good weather questions. Always happy to talk weather with folks at elementary schools, especially across our area. And they really wanted to know a lot about the winter season and why we get snow and how we predict the weather. Always happy to help out when possible. All of our weather team really available for those visits if you ever need some. As far as the weather goes right now, our weather pattern currently has been allowing us to stay pretty cloudy. It's been more cloudy than not over the better part of the last 5 days. Of course, we got some really good sunshine on Sunday, but that was kind of a one-off. So where do we go from here? Well, the weather pattern right now is this. We have cold air to the north, which has been kind of stuck here for right now. And you have warmer weather out to the west of us that hasn't really been able to get in here, at least not yet. Well, what happens when you have high pressure off the ocean is it starts to allow for a southwest flow to develop and just increase a little bit. And that's going to be setting the stage for this warm up. You see it right here. That warmth moving in freely by Wednesday, by Thursday, and really just sticking around for a while. These are things that we're going to be watching for several days. So this warmth starts tomorrow. We should be in the mid-70s for the afternoon. And then on Thursday, only getting warmer than that. So each day, just adding a couple of degrees. But tomorrow is that first punch of the warmth that we'll get back into. And it'll feel a lot like what it felt like to you back during the day on Sunday. So we'll have some more 70s kind of back in place across the area. The weather pattern is pretty impressive. You know, you see a warm-up like this not all that often. Obviously, we get warm-ups every single March, but the fact of the matter is that this is a longer warm-up than usual and more impressive in how warm we'll get than usual as well. So that's kind of where we're seeing things. Thursday into Friday and Saturday should be about the warmest that we get. Then going into Sunday and Monday, maybe a little bit of a relaxation and a chance for a few showers. And then going into next week, we're still on the warm side through about Wednesday. But after that, this is where I would caution you. Never think things are final in March, especially in early March. Because once we get to next Thursday, here you see it, another big change starts to arrive, okay? So this is something that starts to track closer to us by the end of next week and into next weekend. I do expect that we are going to start to see cooler than average weather again. So we have an impressive warm-up, a long-lasting warm-up, but of course, it's not going to last forever. Those are all things that we should know. As far as where we are and where we're going, record warmth, it's a possibility. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s to low 80s over the next couple of days. And those records, they're close, right around 80. So we'll be seeing if we set any new records or at least tie some or get close to some of them as well. So that's kind of where we're going. Will it rain? That's another fair question. We're not expecting any rain before Saturday, but I will say that when you're in a pattern like this with the amount of humidity and the amount of warmth that we have, there's potential here that we could actually be talking about thunderstorms popping up each afternoon. Saturday does have a chance of that happening. Sunday does too. So both of the weekend days have at least a chance for some pop-up showers or storms. Not a guarantee, not something you should cancel plans over, but just something to keep in mind over the course of the weekend that we are almost more in like a summertime weather pattern. Pollen has been pretty much kept back a little bit because of the levels of cooler, cloudy weather that we've had. But going forward, as we see more sunshine, we're going to get our hands on some of that pollen as well. The trees should be activating and blooming and all these things across the area. That's something you'll want to keep in mind going into the next couple of days, that if you're spending a lot of time outside, the time is now. Don't wait to take that allergy medication, because you really should start to be using it. This is Severe Weather Awareness Week in North Carolina. We're doing a different topic every day in partnership with the National Weather Service. Today, one of the topics that we are encouraged to share with you, make sure to have multiple ways to get weather alerts. This is a really good one. You should have a NOAA weather radio at home. You don't have to, but this is a really good idea, and they are still helpful this time of year. Also, make sure to have wireless emergency alerts turned on your phone. That's in the general settings tab on iPhones, on Androids, it doesn't matter. They're all programmed to be able to give you alerts that'll wake you up any time of day as long as the phone is nearby to you. Also, cell phone apps, super helpful. The News 2 Weather app will alert you. A lot of others will as well. And they can be key to help you get that coverage that you need as you continue to go through a storm. So throughout the week, we'll continue to give you more tips and tidbits. It's important to note that this time of year does typically start our storm season. March, April into May really is our tornado time of year. If you had to single out a couple of months, those would be the ones to highlight. We hope to not have bad ones this year, but you never know. 7-day forecast looking ahead will be in the mid-70s tomorrow, warmer than that toward the end of the week and into early next week. There will be the threat of some showers, though, popping up, a couple of them at least, Saturday into Sunday. Very warm weather, of course, as I said, will be up around 80 degrees, which could be tying or breaking some records. And then their daylight saving time. It starts for this year. We'll have 7 o'clock sunsets beginning on Sunday, lasting all the way through the fall. That's something to keep an eye on. That's your forecast. We're going to be coming back in just about 2 minutes.